Huge way to end Wednesday. And man, what a great day. 3-0 in our card. We did drop our free play though, and that's just one of the ones that we like hitting every single day. It's tough putting out a play so early in the day, and then by the time our card comes out hours later, there's so much development. Maybe not even with like lines, but even staffing and players. But our top tier yesterday, our play of the week was on the Braves, and it's one of those games that I think there's two situations, and we've talked about this multiple times before. And we had the Diamondbacks on our card yesterday. Let's go through our whole card first. Yeah, we had the Diamondbacks on the money line, easy play there. We had the Red Sox game 1, easy play there, and then we also had our top play, which was on the Braves in the late night game. And that just shows the capacity of, there's two different games now. I'm not sure exactly which one I like more. You have something like the Diamondbacks. This is a blowout, easy winner. I stopped watching the game halfway through the game because you just know how it's going to come out. And then you have the Braves. That's like, a bigger play for us. And it's just pulling tooth and nail all the way through, all the way to the top of the ninth. And it's one of those games on the bottom of the eighth. I was like, well, that solidifies it. We're good. And I was talking to Team Jimmy, and Jimmy was like, man, you can't say that. You got to wait. You got to wait. And sure enough, top of the ninth comes, and man, just some terrible relievers getting put in there back to back, and just, it's starting to shake a little bit. And but that's what makes it so fun. Is that it brings out those emotions and that aggression that you just can't find anywhere else. So there's part of it that you like that type of thing, and that's what keeps it going. That's what taps into the adrenaline for everyone. I think that's the point of sports betting. But it's definitely easier having a game like the Diamondbacks. This is a blowout win. But regardless, guys, we've been on a really good streak. We're 12-5 since coming back from the All-Star break. Absolutely huge run. Our goal is to go 53%. Our goal is to be, top sports bettors in the world have been known to, if you just go 53%, you can at least break even, make some money. So our goal is just to surpass that a little bit. When we're going on a 75% run, and there's several of these streaks that it'll happen. And, we've talked about this in multiple years in the past. And so it's nice to be able to see something like that. This isn't something, obviously, I hope it does last. I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood, and I hope, we're able to go 75% the rest of the season. Sadly, I don't think that'll happen, but we're getting it while the getting's good. And so over the course of the next few days, I'm sure we're going to pump out some more plays. We're already viewing a big slate for Friday or Saturday, trying to get ahead of those games. So we will have another big play coming into this weekend. And today we have a decent sized card. We're already locking in 2 plays in the card. I don't know if this free play will make the card yet, but overall, still solid card today, and then massive cards going forward into the weekend. So 77-77 full weekend, guys. Those big plays will be on that. Hop onto the link in the description below. You'll get every single play for the entire weekend. If there's issues, like I said, I always put my email up there. Just send me an email. And, we do things a little old-fashioned here, but the company's been around for a while. And I said something the other day that I want to make a correction. I said 13 years. Brain injury, that's what happens. We're on 10 years, actually. This is year 10 for Ghost Picks. So walked into a little bit of a different dimension when I came back from the injury. So glad to have a good day. But let's get a free play winner, guys. That's, I know, one of the biggest things that matter to us. And, if we can win our free play in our top tier every single day, it's going to be a board. But enough talk. Let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and ride with a public favorite today. And I said this before. The public isn't always wrong. But and we've seen that time and time again. But I do think sometimes when you see sharp money and bet percentages going the opposite ways, it's a good tell. But both of them are going to be aligned on this one, and I'm going to ride the train with Detroit here. And, kind of a bigger play, we have to take this on the run line, -1.5. And the biggest reason for this play is the starting pitching advantage. Troy Melton. Melton comes into this matchup 5-1, 1.8 ERA, has a 0.87 WHIP, He has gone 55 innings. He struck out 50 hitters while only allowing 33 hits. He's been giving Detroit consistent length, and he's averaging 6.1 innings per start. And we see that continuing across 23, 24 innings. So I think that'll transfer over to today. You have Dobnak going for Kansas City, solid ERA, but it's more of a first glance. His 1.9 ERA really comes from only 14 innings. His underlying profile is a lot kind of less convincing. He has a 1.50 whip. He only has 7 strikeouts, 8 walks over his last few. And we see him missing very few bats, which is a clear regression concern against Detroit, who has been on fire lately. And Dobnak's previous start in San Diego was solid. He only worked 4.5 innings, though. So when you're going to look at this matchup, I think we're going to start looking into Kansas City bullpen covering almost 5 innings here, and that's going to give Detroit a much better chance of firing some in, especially when they have someone who for sure can go. I would say minimum 5, probably go 6 innings tonight. The overall pitching numbers just favor Detroit, and going into this one, I think the public betting it deserves attention at least, but it's not a contrarian play. You see 82% of bets backing Detroit, and almost 97 of that percentage is going on the run line action. So that is something that usually I look away and I don't even touch games like that because I don't want to be on huge public games. But this is one of the ones. There's only 4 or 5 games today, so we're going to have public action in some certain spots. So that's something that we're just going to have to go through. And like I said, they're not always wrong. It does make me cautious though. But when the price explains why bettors are choosing the run line, and obviously taking a minus 200 play just isn't feasible nowadays, or I don't think ever was. And so there is a risk here with Kansas City winning 3 straight, and then Detroit come back last night. I think Detroit's offense has been a little inconsistent, but when we're combining Melton's current stats, his form, Dobnak's low strikeout count, his 1.50 whip, Kansas City has a lot of injuries coming into this. A lot of guys are recovering. I'm going to roll with the Tigers on the run line, minus 1.5 for a free play of the day. Guys, like I said, we're going to have a big game either Friday or Saturday, waiting for confirmation of pitching lineups. And, even umpires, I feel like I've been getting into that a lot more this year, I think, than ever before. And I think umpires really make some changes, certain ones anyway. I'm not going to mention names, but I think if you know, you know. So, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate you guys watching these videos every single day. Let's have a massive Thursday and a good Friday, and just crush this whole weekend. We'll drop the links to the packages in the description below. If you're on YouTube, if you're somewhere else, just go to the website ghostpicksats.com and get signed up there. Like always, good luck, God bless, and grind on.